guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, but if you are new here, hey sis, what is good? And if you're a returning subscriber, I have missed my channel so much, guys. I have been away for a hot minute. I don't want to say how long I've been away, but I've been away for quite some time, and I feel like I owe you guys an explanation because we started this channel together and we were pushing, and it's only fair that I tell you guys why I've been why I've been away. Sorry, my bad.
Shut up! That is so stupid!
Why I've been away and what's been happening, and also why the decision to come back to YouTube, right? So when the year started, I was very optimistic about how the year looked and the things that I wanted to achieve. I became more of a planner. I was somewhat someone who was very impulsive. I would just spontaneously do things, but I felt like as I'm getting older, I needed to plan things a little bit better. I needed to plan things down to a T, and that doesn't always go the way that you hope that it does, but I had a vision for this plan. Unlike all the other years, I had a vision of the things that I wanted to achieve, the things that I wanted to do, the places I wanted to see, personally, the goals that I wanted to achieve, you know. On top of the list was going back to school, losing weight, literally just becoming my best self, because I felt like for the past 2 years there was a lot of confusion and transition into who I wanted to be or who I thought I needed to be. Actually, after marriage, I think there was a lot of confusion, you know. I felt like after I got married, right, before, let's sort of say, before I got married, I was this bubbly person. I used to go out, I used to have so much fun. And then after I got married, I felt like maybe I needed to change that, you know. Maybe I needed to be more of an indoor person. Maybe actually I'm not a social butterfly, let's put it like that, right? But I'm a bit of both. Let's put it like this. I'm a bit of what do we call this? An introvert and an extrovert at the same time. So I'm a bit of an ambivert, right? I know how to be extremely social, but I also know when to keep to myself. So now there was sort of an identity crisis. I think I was in an identity crisis mode, you know. Midlife crisis in Yana, guys, but yeah, identity. If you guys get the gist of it. So I wanted to sort of clear my head and sort of understand how it is that I'm feeling, why it is that I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling, unpack certain things, but also focus on some areas in my life that I felt like were neglected. At the top of the list, like I said, being my weight. I had neglected my weight so much. When I was at my biggest, I used to weigh 89, I think, and I was close to being a size 40. What I did not realize was, yes, it was lockdown and I was eating, but I think I was emotionally eating. You know, I wasn't addressing how I was feeling. So instead, I would have a packet of chips, and I would have slop chips, I would have fizzy drinks, I would have dunked wings, or my biggest go-to meal when I was feeling hurt or I was feeling lonely. You know, sometimes it's very possible to feel lonely even with company around, and I felt like that's how I was feeling. I was feeling very lonely, even though my husband was here, but I was just feeling like I want to go home. You know. And it's funny because I was home, but it just wasn't feeling like home. And for the fact that I don't want to say I'm not close with my mom, but I'm not really like, oh, she's not my run-to person. I felt like in that space, that's what I needed. I needed like my mom. I needed to just be like, for no good reason. I just felt like I needed my mom. So because we don't really have that kind of relationship. Like it's like with my mom, it's like it's always just vibes. You know what I mean? Like it's we're cool. We're cool. Just not. My mom doesn't really like emotions. I don't want to. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's the side that we all don't really show her. We all, you know, I don't know how to be vulnerable, but also not just with her, but in general, I have a hard time finding people who I can naturally be genuine and just vulnerable with. I have a hard time breaking down in front of not just certain people, in front of people. So sometimes when I'm going through something or I'm feeling some type of way, I will withdraw, and I will just, it's sort of like what do you call those, like a snail. I'll go back into my shell, and I'll sort of want to nurse myself back to the happy bubbly person that you guys see on your screen right now. And because I didn't have, or I didn't know who to go to. Normally, I would run to my brother because we just have that relationship. One thing about my brother is he's very nurturing. He's very nurturing, but also he's very loving. And I feel like when I'm ready to break down, I can break down with my brother, because my brother won't even be like, "What is wrong? No, why are you feeling this way?" My brother will say, "Okay, come, let's pray." Come, he will listen attentively. And one thing I love about my brother is he's very attentive. Like, he will give me attention. He will stop whatever he's doing. He will look me in the eyes and he will listen to everything that I'm saying. It doesn't matter if it's going over his head, but he will just make me feel so safe and so reassured. So I think in this time that I've been away, I've been working a lot on myself, on the things that I feel I want to change. It's fun, guys, how you do a lot of unpacking as you get older. As you get older, you realize, maybe I'm the toxic one, and I think for me it took some time to realize that, in the moment everything was going crazy and everything, but maybe Lena, I had a very big role to play. Maybe this time I'm the toxic one because I do 1 2 3 4 5, right? And I always thought that was okay, and maybe just maybe it's not okay. So I feel like in this time I was addressing a lot of that, a lot of personal conflict, but also I personally was reassuring myself to say, you know what, you put the standards so high for yourself, and the odds aren't just against you, but they're against so many other people, so you don't have to be feeling like you haven't made it, you're not doing it. You're trying your best, but even though the system and everything is sort of set up against you, don't stop trying, because I was guys, I midlife crisis. mid 20s crisis, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm trying, but also we don't talk about the transition from your early 20s to your late 20s, the shift in mentality, the shift in how you see things, it's no longer pap and place. It's no longer a game. I feel like in your early 20s it's fun, it's games. Now it's no longer games. It's credit scores, it's children, it's responsibilities, it's a lot. There's a lot to consider. So I feel like in the past few months that's what I've been doing. But also I went back to school, guys. So I've been doing my honors, and research has been a lot, but it has been, I don't want to lie, this year has been filled with so many lessons. I've been learning so much, education wise, relationship wise, just me as a person. I've been learning and growing so much, and I feel like I hate being half present. That's just one thing about me, is when I do things, I want to be fully in it, I want to fully immerse myself into things. I don't like to be half present. So be it in my job, be it in a relationship, be it in whatever I do, I'm a very loyal person. It like in nature, my nature, I'm a very loyal person. So I don't do things half-hearted. I'd rather not do it at all. One thing about me is, nangaskeka show up a little bit. If we're friends, if we're in a relationship, if we're I'm there, I'm in it, and you can feel how I'm in it, So there were a lot of things still on like I'm here 30%, I'm here 30%, I'm here 40%, and I just don't like that, because naturally I like being fully present in whatever it is that I'm doing, So there was also a little bit of that was happening. Was I really wanted to immerse myself fully in my studies and in my research. Do I feel that I did that? I don't know. We'll see with the marks. But otherwise, I've been learning so much, guys. With my channel now, there's going to be such a shift, because I feel like you guys are going to also be able to see the growth, right? I don't want to talk about the past anymore. I'm realizing that things like story times about exes and what, they're funny, but I'll see how I feel about that, you know. I still want us to kiki and haha, but I also want this channel to be like big sister vibes. Because, for example, yesterday I was having a conversation with my husband, right? And he was telling me about how he had like a SWOT analysis before we had married, like before we got married. I guess, if I think we all know what a SWOT analysis is, right? And I realized I didn't do that. I literally got married because I wanted to, you know. I didn't overthink it. I didn't plan for a lot of things. And now that I'm older, and it's been 2-3 years now, and I'm like, I don't regret that. Now let's clear that. I don't regret anything, but I'm realizing I didn't think through a lot of things. And when certain things happen now, I'm like, okay, I didn't plan for this. What now? You know. So I find myself turning to him like, okay, since you had a plan, what must we do? You know. So I'm realizing that I was very impulsive a few years back. Even when I started my channel, I think it was very, but though, okay, let's say this. I'm impulsive, but I'm genuine. You know, everything on my channel has been truly genuine. Everything I've said, everything I've done, it truly was what I wanted to do, and it didn't really matter what the next person had to say. I did it because I wanted to. And I think that's why I'm so happy to be back, is now I want to play the big sister role that I did not really have, kind of vibe. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but yeah, I want to be like your big sister, you know, the big sister who talks about the awkward things, the things that nobody really wants to talk about, but also the things that just personal experience has taught me, you know. But more so than anything, guys, I'm so happy to be back. I love where I am right now. I'm in a very cool, genuinely amazing space. Mentally, physically, education wise, relationship wise, life wise, I'm very content with where I am. I don't want to overthink the future or anything like that anymore. I want to be more present in the now, you know. I think I spend so much time planning for the future, planning for things, that I become so disappointed when things don't really work out the way that I had hoped they do. But I realize that I can plan and still be okay with the plans not going the way that I had envisioned them. You know, for example, if I say this year I want to drive a Bentley, I can still be okay with not driving a Bentley, but maybe driving a Mazda. You know what I mean? So yeah, those are some of the things that have kept me away, rather. But I'm back, guys, you know, and we can only go higher and higher from here, you know. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. This is gonna be like my little online diary, you know, so that I can look back 3 years from now and be like, yo, girl, this was once you, confused and just all over the place, you know. But all this confusion, I'm just gonna soak up in it, and I'm just gonna be more present and just enjoy life a bit more, you know, because we plan for the future so much as if we're all gonna be here 10 years from now. I mean, I don't know that. You don't know that. So maybe I don't have to be so far into the future, because I don't know what the future holds, and I can be more present in the now, because this is the only time that I'm sure of, you know. So, but besides that, guys, I've been healthy, I'm good, and I hope you guys are well. Please, I know it's been so long. I'm gonna go back to my socials. Don't forget to engage with me. I will engage back this time. I'll do so much better than I did the last time, because shame, last time I know I was very bad at responding, but this time I promise to do better, and I hope you guys have a great evening. Mwah.